A little bit of history and background on Arizona. It's for me, my crew and staff are constantly reminding me that I need to leave my little soapbox behind when I go out on the road, and I need to just settle it down a little bit. But I'm very proud of the program that we have in Arizona. The last time we did assess a fine, it was back in 2007, and in that particular instance, it was necessary to get changes, and we felt that at that point in time, that was the best avenue to take. Since then, the issues that we have addressed, the violations that we have written, we have alternative options in our toolbox that we can use that not everyone else may have, but I'm sure most do, is we can go to rates. We can assess controls there. We can withhold monies from rate recoveries. And in many cases, those amounts of fines or that type of action would amount to a lot more than what a fine would have been. We are a mature program. Each program typically has a watershed moment. Ours came in 1983 following an apartment fire. At that time, we staffed up. We enhanced our regulations. We enhanced our enforcement. And for the next almost 20 years, we assessed more penalties than anybody else in the business. And we brought out the hammer. We beat them with a stick. We got their attention. We brought them in. And they've stayed in. Since that time, and as programs progress, and as we progress and grow as a state regulatory agency, we have to make sure that the lines of communications always stay open between the regulator and the operator. We need to be in productive conversation. We have to find alternative methods, the pipeline safety that go beyond the regulations. We're at a time in history and where I don't believe that silence is golden anymore. The more transparent that we can be, the more opportunities we take advantage of, the more varying processes that we can find to enhance pipeline safety, we have to engage in those. It may not be the convention in many cases, but it's certainly a path that we have to go down. I'd also like to point out that, yes, we do write a lot of violations. We take a very, very narrow look and interpretation of regulations. We don't get into the gray area. We feel that it's there and it's written there and it should be enforced. The currently distribution integrity management is making huge differences in how distribution companies conduct their business. For us, distribution integrity management was always in the regulation under 613 continuing surveillance. It's all about knowing your system and acting and reacting to those. There's also the big issue of vintage pipe replacement, legacy pipes. Well, we saw that as part of continuing surveillance, and we've identified over the years, over the decades literally, numerous types of pipes that were installed in Arizona that we could no longer accept as being suitable for gas pipeline transportation. Those pipes are gone. We have no cast iron left in our pipe. We have no uncathonically protected pipelines in our state. We no longer have ABS pipe, which was a plastic pipe utilized for gas piping. If you can think of it, if it had a hole in it, people use it in Arizona to carry pipe at one time or another. No disrespect to any electric entity in the room, but when your electric company is the person building your gas pipelines, that you may not get the best quality product that you were looking for. And they never promoted gas. So it was something that they did on the side. So now we have professionals in the business. We have, I think, some of the best operators. There has been a lot of attention put on various states, and I think if you look at Arizona, when USA Today did their comparison, we have very low leak ratios. The economics of safety can't be overemphasized. The better you maintain your systems, the tighter your systems are, the more money you make, the better your bottom line. And that's what we really try to promote. And again, getting back to the 5,900 violations, I have 956 master meter operators. And a master meter operator, by definition in Arizona, is if you've got 2 buildings and 1 meter, you are a master meter operator. The turnover on management of these operations are 20 to 40% every year. So every year that I go out and do an inspection, I get brand new people at 20 to 40% of these places. Now, our master meter rules are rather restrictive. They don't do 5-year leak surveys. They do surveys every year. Everybody has to have an OQ program. Everybody has to have a public awareness program. Everybody has to have an operations and maintenance plan. And for a lot of the apartment managers, this is the first time that they've ever heard this if they're brand new to the property and one of my people come out and do the inspection. And we write the violation. We bring it to their attention. We have a set timeline for compliance with those violations. And we're very strict at that. And if they fail to do that, I don't fine them. I issue a hazardous gas order and I turn the gas meter off. And I let their own customers eat them alive. They are far better at stressing a point than I am when it comes to that portion of it. Nobody gets their gas back on until it's in 100% compliance. And that's with not only federal regulations, but our state regulations. So that's why I write so many violations. I get people's attention. I get them to come into my fold. They get into my business. And if you're not going to do my business correctly, get out of it. I don't want you in my state. I don't want you operating gas pipeline systems. Pipeline safety has been paramount to my life for as long as I can remember. It'll stay that way.